Mark my words, before the end of the day when this video goes live, there's going to be a purchase pending on this trailer. My name's Josh, the RV Nerd. This is a 192 Freedom Express. It's ultra popular. This thing doesn't even weigh 4,100 pounds, and it is in excellent shape. It ain't going to last. This was actually something I really loved, the decor that we're looking at in this generation of Freedom Express, although I don't think they've had a bad look in a long number of years. But this is what I called kind of their, I called it like the Malibu Beach House edition. I don't know, it's light, but it's simultaneously warm, and just those little blue accents right there. I don't know, man, there's something about it. Now, in terms of wear and tear, I only have 2 notes for you. Everything else, this thing is 99% positive. The first thing I'll mention to you here is this is a 60 by 80 true queen bed, and it shows some body buckets because it was used. The RV was actually used. Beyond that, normally there would have been a little free-floating table in here that you could use to convert this little fold-down sleeper simulated cinema seat into a Dinofa. I haven't found that, nor have I found the outside picnic table. So 3 notes, but other than that, what's funny, for anything that they removed, they also added at least 2 things, and I'll walk you through some of that. I like that extra vent above the bed there for some light and airflow. Good storage all the way around. The bed lifts up for storage naturally. Household USB outlets on both sides, and good gravy. I'm still in love with the color of this wood tone here. I love the look of that. Now, Freedom Express has had some different kind of lights above the bed. The folks swapped out the original lights here, and I like these. One touch is just a little night light reading light, but then one more touch, of course I gotta, do it correctly, and it has like a swell. And then if you touch it again, you see how it kind of swells up and down. Oh, I like that. I like that because like sometimes you bump a switch and it goes bam and just stabs you in the eyes like a lightsaber. Well, you don't have that here. It does. I mean, it's going to get bright quick, but it's not going to, like blind you or anything like that. And I think anyone who camps with a significant other can appreciate that pillow right there. There's stickers, there's shirts, there's everything that goes along with that. Now, they added their own little cutaway cubbies over here, whether it was for, I'm not sure if it was for CPAP use or just phone chargers or what the case might be, but that actually goes into the hanging closet space here, and it's on both sides. But if you look at it, they didn't just hacksaw the thing out of there. That was actually routed out very nicely. So somebody had some skills who own this rig right here. Similarly, over here in the kitchen, they did something I'm always a fan of. They added that countertop extension right there. You see all the original owner's manuals and everything still present. You kind of saw the TV, like you're looking at it like, I don't like the position of that. That TV, I need to mention, it has a double pivot swing arm, so it's easy viewing from the bed, from the sofa. Frankly, you could watch TV from the toilet in this camper. See what I mean? And just as easily, TV can pivot around over toward the bed. Down here, I mean, we've got awesome drawer space in this. You got triple plywood box full extension drawers. We're carpetless, by the way. We are easy cleaning. You see down here, there's actually a deceptively big compartment right below the sink. And then actually wrapped around the sink is one of my favorite things ever in the history of camping. The Freedom Express utensil drawer. Because it's shaped like a U and it holds the utensils. And I'm a nerd. The sink is not the original factory sink, interestingly enough. They went to a surface mount stainless sink. I believe in this generation, this originally had stone cast. Maybe it just wasn't big enough for their preferences, but it also went to a much bigger high-rise sprayer faucet. And I want to take a seat here. When you're on the sofa, like you look at this from the outside, you go, not great door side windows. And don't get me wrong, it's not like you have a giant picture window here, but I think the windows are good and where you want them. I think it's pretty decent. For a small camper, all you got to do is lean forward, and with this one giant window, frankly, You can check on Eileen and what she's doing over there. Eileen's always making noise. Such a troublemaker, Eileen. On the left, to the left of that window, you see some household outlets. Under the overhead cabinet, you see a couple more. I'm tall, so sometimes I forget to showcase stuff like that. I just wanted to kind of point that out for you real quick. The countertops are all a sealed edge thermal foil, and the original sink cover is actually tucked away up there in that pantry, which, I don't know, I thought was kind of interesting myself. Back up here, and just like Bewitched, with a snap, we close everything up. Actually, it occurs to me, frankly, I'm a little young to really know what Bewitched is. The younger people watching this, do you even have a clue what I'm talking about? Bewitched? What about WandaVision? Young people, you know WandaVision? Well, Bewitched was the OG WandaVision. K-fam? And something I really like about this one, that taller ceiling right there. That's a 6'9" ceiling, and they maximize the height of the slide. Even though it's a shallow slide, to really give you like maximum living space here. Now, one of the other cool things about this floor plan is it is fully accessible with the slide closed. And I think to showcase that, we're actually going to try that from over here in the bedroom. Once again, like Bewitched or WandaVision. And there we go. I've actually been asking recently, I've seen a number of manufacturers who make this floor plan. I actually question if, like, I like the space that the slide out gives us. I don't know that we necessarily need it. But as you can, oh, I just noticed a couple things. Sorry, corner of my eye spotted a digital thermostat over there next to that. So this is going to sound nuts. For years, Freedom Express has had these Coachmen clocks. It was the #1 most frequently stolen item at a lot of dealerships that carried these things. People would nick the clocks, as ridiculous as that sounds. They added that full-length mirror there so you can see what you look like before Eileen does next door. And they added a little lock here on the refrigerator door, which is interesting to me because that's not the type of refrigerator that typically flies open in transit. Maybe they were being proactive because an ounce of prevention is worth, what now? A pound of cure. That taller ceiling will also mean better headroom in the shower. I see they upgraded the shower head to give you one of those higher pressure kind of jobs. Oxygenics, I think. I you know what? Everybody has that one word that they just cannot say properly. I always want to call it oxygenetics, but that's not it. Now, this looks a little tight right here, but just to give you a reference, I sat next to it, and with this being one of the generations that has a shower curtain instead of a wall, you don't have a hard shower enclosure next to you, making it, you know, like difficult to have elbow room. And again, being taller, this one works great. And outside it looks just as good as inside. You know, when they first went to this color palette on Freedoms, I was a little like, I don't know, but it really grew on me. And I tell you, this was actually one of my favorite generations of Freedom Express between that inside and outside combo. Now, this has a giant pass-through, brother. And if you look over there, you're going to see a handful of accessories included with it from the previous owners, including their load leveling and anti-sway combo hitch. Next to that baggage door, you see a simple side mount solar prep plug. This, you know what? I'm actually trying to remember when they started doing roof solar prep, and I haven't been on the roof of this yet. So we're going to check that out. I don't remember if this is roof prepped or not. Oh, above those tires, you see a funny little silver thing sticking out. What is that? That is a Coleman camp grill. This RV was made before they had adopted like an RVQ hookup. Instead, what this has is a free-floating Coleman grill. It uses those pressurized propane bottles that you can get at the camp store. What's kind of cool about those, that's a high-pressure output system instead of a low-pressure output system. What that means in English is that it takes like a 25-mile-an-hour breeze to put out the flame. A normal, like, two-burner outside stovetop, that can be blown out if you can blow out a happy birthday cake, you could blow out one of those. Outside shower, black tank flush, tires looking pretty fantastic down here. I believe this was also the first generation where they finally started doing not just an enclosed belly, but putting a forced air heat dump down in there. And something else I noticed as I was walking around, they took off all of the 751 locks and they converted everything to a twist lock right here, which sounds like a security concern, but here's the thing. These things aren't fortresses. If somebody wants to get in your camper, they're gonna get in your camper. I'm not saying I want to make it easy for them. I think that the locks on campers are there just to keep an honest person honest. But having worked at dealerships for over a dozen years now and seeing some wicked vandalism, sometimes I actually understand why you almost want to make it easier for people to get in and out. Not to mention, you're the one using it every day. Makes it easier for you. And I'm not seeing anything that concerns me up on the roof. Pardon my dirty footprints. Obviously, I'm walking through dirt before I get up here. And with the roof being wet this morning, everywhere I step, it's leaving a nice little trail. And the first step up here was a little slippery. Made me go, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, baby. One thing I do want to point out, though. Well, two things. I'm sorry. First of all, they added a little vent cover to the bathroom vent fan. The other thing I want to point out is all of the seals are still factory original. They look okay, but this is definitely at a stage. I think if I purchase this trailer before winter, and preferably sooner the better, just because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? I would go through and do some touch-up beads around fixtures like this, like where you see that clear defining line. You want to put a little touch-up bead on that. That'll get you another couple years out of this thing, and then you're going to be good to go. Now, I noticed something up here at a glance. Like when you start seeing things that look like that, a lot of times that indicates a leak on a roof. But I've been like, I'm standing on it with 1 foot right now. It's solid as a rock. There's nothing under there. It's just the way that the glue grabbed the OSB that I'm walking on right now a little funny. But I just want you to know, I check into stuff like that. There's no soft spots. There's no leaks. This camper rocks. At least that's my take on it. What do you guys think? Like I said, my prediction is whatever day this video publishes, before the close of business that day, I'm willing to bet someone's going to have a deposit on this camper. I actually questioned if I even needed to bother recording it. But here at Advantage One RV, customers bring these campers to us, ask us to sell them and represent them for them. And I don't want to cut any corners. They just kind of like this. I didn't expect there to be anything wrong with the roof, but I still wanted to eyeball it, still wanted to verify. Because you never know till you go all the way. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going to do here for you. You have any questions, you let us know. We'll measure anything you need. We'll check anything out. I leave you a link in the video description to check pricing and availability. But on a camper like this, if you see it's listed on our website through that link, I would absolutely be on the phone in a flash if you're even remotely interested in one of these. We've had 4 or 5 192 Freedom Expresses this calendar year come in down here. This is maybe the second one I've been actually able to get footage of before it sold. Popular rig. Very, very popular for good reason. I love this layout. I think it's a great, great layout. The fact that it's taller and has that true queen, that's something that I like, because small campers and tall people do not usually go well together. So when you're ready, give us a call. Let's get you camping. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.